There we go. Okay, well, welcome. Welcome to Saturday, 6-string Saturday guitar with me. Thank you for joining me, you guys. I just have to mute myself over there. There we go. Okay. All right, so to start off with, what we're going to do is review our 12-bar blues progression. We will add a little bit of extra stuff, and then at about the halfway mark, we're going to start working on a Fleetwood Mac song. So pretty exciting. I do all these things and I wear this Pink Floyd t-shirt. There will be a day you come on here and we will be doing Pink Floyd. And it'll be awesome. Okay. I'm just going to turn around a little bit. I think we've got a pretty good angle with my guitar here. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome. And type in your comments. If you have any questions, just type them in. But what I will do as well, actually, is I will just copy the invite link and put it over on the comments there in case you do want to join me that way, okay? Because you're welcome to join me on Zoom if you want. All right, so what I'll do is just run through this the original way, where instead of doing the turnaround for the E7 at the end, I will play just like the first bar, okay? And then for this bar here, instead of playing that part of the turnaround, okay, I'm just going to play my B7. Okay, the light that's here is just another O2. And do we have any other reflections? No, that's it, because there's nothing behind that reflection. All right, so things that you might still want to do though is add the first string open if you want. I'll probably be doing that. Okay. If you want to add in the extra bass notes in blue that we added last week, by all means, I will be trying to just sit and play it at the original level. Okay. And then what I'll do, I think, is I'll share the screen too, the PDF of that so that we can see that. So I'll play it and then we'll talk about the differences in there. Okay. I'll play it, then I'll share it. Okay, here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and E7, A7, E7, and again. Okay, back to the A7, E7. One more time on E7. Okay, now we're going to B7. Ready? A7, E7, and just stay with B7. Now we're going to play it again, and we're going to toss in the turnaround at the end this time. 1 and 2 and 3, go. I screwed it up. That's okay. We'll carry on. Back to A7. E7. Okay, B7. Get ready for the turnaround. 3 and 4. Wiggle, wiggle. Let's slide and play it again. E7. Next time through, I'll add in those extra bass notes. Back on E7. B7. A7. Okay, turn around. 4 and 3. Okay, now this time through, I'm going to add in the notes in blue that are on the screen here. Okay. Okay, 1 and 2 and 3, go. E7. line. O1 B7, 2 1 A7, turn around. E7. Okay, so I kind of powered through that so we could have a review of the 3 different levels that we've got so far. What I'm going to do now is share my screen so we can review all this stuff. All right, so you guys see the screen there where I've got the fingerpicking blues page, right? Okay, so the first time through, the very first level that we did, we played through it as written, the first 3 lines, which means at the end, we didn't do any little fancy fingerpicking turnaround. We played our E7 chord and then our B7, picking just as we did the rest of the way through the song. And then you can either go back to the very beginning and keep on playing it, or you can just hit an E7 chord. And at the end, that's where I added in the first string open on top of 1st fret and 3rd fret to give it a bit more of a bit more tension in that 7th chord. Then once you feel comfortable with that, that's when you can take those last 2 bars that I talked about, that E7 and B7, and put in on that 4th line the optional turnaround. And that's where, with frets 3 and 4 on strings 2 and 3, I played that with, I believe I just did it with my pointer and my middle finger, and then slid it down to frets 2 and 3 with pointer and middle finger, and then 1 and 2 with pointer and middle finger. Then what happened was although it's got B7 written there, the harmony is really still an E7 sound until I get over to here, that 2, because that 2 is part of what you pick when you're picking that B7 chord. So that's a bit of a guide for you to know where that harmony is. At that point, that's where we let it ring out. And then we tossed in a slide from the 12th fret on the 6th string just down to nothing. And then we just started playing it all over again. That's a weird technique, isn't it? To slide with no particular place to go. I just think of a plane taking off, but I do let my finger take off close to where I need to go next. So we did that. And then the final bit that we've added so far, I'm going to stop sharing that now. The final bit that we've added so far is these extra bass notes written in blue on the whiteboard. And that's what I played the last time. And adding in these little bits can create some amazing harmony in the song, and just lead you from one chord sound to the next. It's nice to have that push, right? Pushing you into the next part. Then you're not only are you playing the chording part of the song, but now you've created yourself a little bass line too. So it gets busier and busier, but you just take it as far as you want to, right? So Julie, I'm wondering, how did it work out for you? Like, I know you had to get really hopping with your fingers to get those bass notes, and you were also very busy this past week, right? With getting ready to perform, I think, right? With your ukulele group? Yeah. How did it go were you able to get those bass notes in at all, or did that work out for you? Oh, I think you're typing something. I also want to know how it went with the ukulele group. Oh no, you're not performing yet, right? It's still coming up? Yeah, it's still coming up. Okay. All right. So, oh, there's your message. With practice, you got it. Right on, good for you. Yeah, it's a bit of work, right? And then particularly something like this, going from 3 to 4, it can feel like you throw your hand right out of position, right? So you have to take your time, right? That's the thing. So let's play through that just as written with all the fancy schmancy. Okay, let's play through it a few times. I think I just feel like I should adjust my lighting a little bit in here. It's a little bit dark still, isn't it? It's that whiteboard. I blame the whiteboard. It's a good friend to me, the whiteboard, but at the same time, My camera has a battle with the white balance, so there we go. Okay. All right, so let's play through it again. What I'm going to do though is, did you hear that? It's scratching at my door. Excuse me, you guys practice. I'll let my cat in. Oh, my poor kitty. He's so desperate. Okay, I'm coming. Okay, come on. You know what the payment is though, right? You have to say hi first now before you go anywhere else, right? Yeah, come here. Come on. Oh, come say hi to Doreen and Julie. And I think I saw Doreen's kitty hanging out. I know, right? Yeah, just come say hi. Yeah. Okay, wish everyone luck on all their guitar work today, right? Yes. Okay, I let you go now. I know, right? There you go. Yeah, everything's open for you. I never in my life thought I would be such a cat person, but boy, I just love my kitties. All right, let's play through this now. I'll get back to being all serious now. With the turnaround to start. Okay, now if you're not sure about that turnaround, let's just review that. So I've got my pointer finger on 3 on my 2nd string, middle finger on 4 on my 3rd string. I'm just going to pluck it with fingers 1 and 2. And I play like this. Now I've got my other fingers sucked out of the way just so you can see exactly what I'm doing there. And then often what I do is I just keep sliding my finger down to get the 1 and open, that last one. Just slide my middle finger down. Sometimes I switch them. Sometimes I go. It depends on what I need right then for my fingering. So choice is yours. All right, so the rest of that turnaround, then you hit the 0, 1, 2 on your 5th string. So let's just do that. Okay. So we got 3 and 4, 2 and 3, 1 and 2, and then 1 and open. And then with my thumb, I play 0, 1, 2 on my 5th string. Then as you get more comfortable with it, then you can throw your rhythm into it, right? Get the movements down and then start to add that rhythm. All right, so let's play that turnaround to begin. If you want to toss in that slide on the 12th fret, what I do is I pluck, and then I just lift as I'm getting close to my E7 position. So when I think of a plane, trains, planes, and automobiles, maybe I'm thinking about that movie. When I think of a plane on a runway, I just let it take off, right? I let my hand lift when I'm getting close to where I need to be. All right, here we go. I'll try to keep the whole thing slow and not speed up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Turn around 3 and 4. Let's take our time. Okay, now up to the beginning. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. A7, E7. Okay, one more, but with the bass notes. A7, next line. Bass notes, 03, E7. Bass notes on the 5th string, 01, next line. 2, 1, A7. Okay, turn around. 3 and 4, 2 and 3, 1 and 2, 1 and open. We're gonna do it again. Ready, you guys? Here we go. A7. E7. Okay, that next bar's got the bass notes there. 3, 4, A7. Bass notes, fifth string open, third fret and sixth string, E7. Bass notes on the fifth string, O1, here we go. O1 leads you to B7, 2, 1, A7. Turn around, boom, 3 and 4, 2 and 3, 1 and 2, O and 1. Slide, E7, let's just hit that. Okay, I want to connect with you guys, check and see how things are feeling. Bass notes, Doreen, I know you've been busy working with emergency services. You may not have had time to toss in any bass notes at all, but if you have questions about this, about how my hand's moving or anything like that, ask away, write a note in the chat, or, you know, we can connect after the session's done too. Okay, so whatever you need to keep you going with the bass note stuff, it's so much fun. The final thing I want to do with this, okay, is think about, sorry, I got too much cat. Yeah, Doreen, you're having a sip of coffee, all of that too. I think I've got some cat fluff stuck on me too. So, final thing I want to do with this is there's options, right? Like here, we've got 2 bars of E7. So what we've chosen to do is toss in some bass notes. 2 bars of A7. Same thing, we've decorated the bass notes back to E7 for the 2 bars, but there's another option, okay, that I want you guys to consider. Now I'm going to play it. It's a blues scale. So maybe you want to step outside of finger picking the chords there and you want to toss in a riff. This is a perfect place to do it. Now, what I'm going to do is play it nice and slow. It's going to be 3 on your first string and then open. So 3, O. Second string is going to be the same thing. 3, O. Okay, so let's just play that first. Let's get the feel of that. So first string, ready, go. 3, O, second string, 3, O. Okay, third string is going to be 3, 2, O. 3, 2, O. Now let's play that. So much fun. Okay, first string, 3, O. Ready, go. 3, O. Second string, 3, O. Third string, 3, 2, O. Final note is going to be 2 on your fourth string. Okay, it sounds like this. So I played the 3, 2, O as a triplet just so I could just fit it all in and show you guys what I'm thinking. 3, O, 3, O, 3, 2, O, 2 on the fourth string. Okay, you can play it either way. You can have so much fun with this. And it works out beautifully with your E7 harmony, your A7. Okay, so what we can do is we're going to play really slow. Okay, we'll play the E7 and then we're going to do that descending blues scale here, and it's going to be really slow, and I'll show you how you can fit it in. Okay, I'll get myself all comfy here, all serious. So I will play E7. That feel, the rhythm between the 2 parts. Okay, this is what we're going to be adding in now. You know what I'm going to do it? I'm going to erase this. I'm going to put that in there. I didn't erase it ahead of time because I kind of wasn't totally sure how I was going to show you guys this, but big thing to do is feel freedom, you know, with this sort of progression, because you're improvising. right? You're playing around with it, seeing what you like the sound of. So I'll draw that out. And you do not have to play the scale the way I just did it, okay? You can do what you want with it. If you've got favorite notes that you like, you've got 4 beats to fit things on. You decide how you want this to sound. I'm just setting it up like this so that we have an opportunity to practice the whole thing. Well, the whole thing as I've given it to you. There's way more, but you know, that's a good start. 3, 0, 3, 0, 3, 2, 0, 2. And we don't even have to go da 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 da. We could go da 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 da. Keep the rhythm the same all the way along. But just so it lines up with each string, I'm going to do this rhythm. Da 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 da. Also, if we let this one ring out, it gives us a chance to think about what's coming up next. Okay. So that same thing is going to be right here behind the A7. So I'll draw that in there too. And while I'm doing this, I hope you guys are practicing that scale because, oh yeah, you can see it good enough while I'm writing. Thank goodness for whiteboards. How easy it is to erase things on them. Now this one's going to be kind of crazy looking, right? Because I'm writing kind of sideways now. 3, 0, 3, 0, 3, 2, 0, 2. Oh, I did it. 3, 0, 0, 2. Ha! I did it, and it's kind of tidy. I can't believe it. Oh, so good. All right. We could, of course, I mean, we could throw it there, you know, any place where you've got 2 chords repeated, but I wouldn't, simply because of how we're moving into that B7, simply because of the physical changes that your hand position will make when you get more confident with it. Play it wherever you want. All right, so let's just practice going from the E7 to that riff, okay? And then the A7 to that riff. And that's it. And we'll do them as 2 separate things. All right, get comfy. Okay, so E7, 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. And then the scale. 3, 0, 3, 0, 3, 2, 0, 2. Okay, and again, E7. And scale. 3, 0, 3, 0, 3, 2, 0, 2. You know what I did that time, you guys? I used my baby finger on that 3rd fret. So I just hopped my baby finger up there. So I'm not sure what your fingering is that you're using, but just, you know how I often reflect on the fingering I've used? Do that yourselves too, because it can help you figure out exactly what you need to do for your hands and your mind to make this work for you. Okay, one more time on that E7 to the riff. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Here we go with the riff. Ready? 3, 0, 3, 0, 3, 2, 0, 2. Okay. Now let's do it with the A7. Okay. So line ourselves up with the A7. Just a quick review there. A7 is 2 on the 2nd string and 3 on the 1st string. Handy thing there is that because of that fingering, you're ready to go even easier for that riff. Here we go on the A7. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. And hit that scale. 3, 0, 3, 0, 3, 2, 0, 2. A7, ready? 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 3, 0, 3, 0, 3, 2, 0, 2. How is it feeling? Are you able to maneuver a little bit of it? It can take a little bit of time just to get the feel of the 3, 2, 0, right? But once you get it, oh, it sounds so cool. I'm going to sit and play through this now so you guys can hear how it can all fit together. I'm going to start with a turnaround. Okay. And as I play with me. You know, I'm not going to do it really fast, but I'll try to demonstrate hopping there. Okay, and then maybe I'll play it twice, and the second time I won't do that. You know, and this is where you can decide the feel you want. Okay, so starting with the turnaround. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 3, 4. A7. E7. Riff coming up. 3, 0, 3, 0, 3, 2, 0, 2, A7. Riff. E7. And again. Maybe bass notes there. B7. A7. Or sorry, turn around. 3 again. I'm going to keep those riffs in both times. 3, 0, 3, 0, 3, 2, 0, 2, A7. Riff. 0, 3, 0, 3, 2, 0, 2, E7. I'm going to hit those bass notes again there on the 5th string. 0, 1, B7. 2, 1, A7. Turn around. I'm just going to hit my E7 chord now and be done. Ready? Ready, go E7. Now, if you feel fancy, I know we talked about it before, things you can do there, you can split them up, right? Play like that can be cool. Or play them instead of quarter notes, play them as 8th notes. I think I like that one the most today. Depends on my mood, right? So think about the techniques you guys have got going on in this song now. There's all sorts of action happening here now, just a little chunk at a time. And you guys can decide what you like the sound of, what you want to have in there for your own enjoyment, right? Maybe you play it just straight through the first way I introduced it to you. Maybe you decide that you want to play the turnaround sometimes and not others. You know, bass notes, put them in where you feel like it, right? Toss in that riff, you know, and then as you mix it up, you'll find that you can improvise around that framework, and you can sit around on your front porch for International Play Music on the Porch Day, which is the last Saturday in August, and you can sit and improvise and partake in a worldwide movement of playing music outside by improvising. I do the slide up the neck instead of down. Ooh! Doreen, I like that. So she slides up instead of down. Why not, right? Awesome. That's cool. All right. So I also, did you hear how I put in that little bit about International Play Music on the Porch Day? Just think about it. You know, if you happen to be outside on the last Saturday of August, maybe you want to sit out there and play some music. It's a good feeling to participate in that. You can also find more information, I think, on playmusicontheporchday.com. So there you go. Do you guys have any questions or observations about this blues tune? Like how you're feeling, anything that you like, or maybe you play differently than I suggested, because that's totally fine. Anything? Oh, I like it all. It's a lot of fun to play. Oh yeah. I love playing like this. I just get the biggest kick out of it because you can decide what you want to do, right? So what I want to do is leave this particular blues piece with all the variety that we've gotten. Just leave it, it will keep playing it and playing around with it, but I want you guys to just have fun with it just the way it is because there's so much variety in there. And then what I want us to do is have a sip of coffee, and then we're going to start working on some Fleetwood Mac. We're going to start working on Landslide. All right, so I happen to have the whiteboard ready for that. So this will be a brief intermission where I change my whiteboards. Have coffee. It's not even yesterday's coffee. I made fresh, so nice. All right, as I tent my fingers like a supervillain. All right, I'll just move this one out of the way. Get my next one ready. This one's going to look so simple compared to the last one, you guys. Look at that, 3 chords. 3 chords of 1 picking pattern. Now, there is more to the song than just the 3 chords. But this is the beginning. And what happens is you wind up playing that one, that one, that one, and then back to that one. And then it starts again. Okay? We're not going to play the full chords, but I know that, like, I want to make sure that you guys can play these chords, and then we'll pull it apart so you can see what to do. Now, my cat, actually, he was helping me. It was Nico. He was helping me draw on here with his little paws, so we'll just fix that. These guys here, the 5 and the 4, I've highlighted with a little bit of extra color around them so that you know those are the ones that I wind up picking with my thumb. And Julie, I know you've been working on relearning your chord shapes, and I'm not sure if you know all these or not, but if you were to compare it to ukulele, that's your ukulele F chord there, right? Okay. Oh, and that's your ukulele F chord too. Oh, look at that. Well, that's really handy, isn't it? And this is kind of like your ukulele C chord. So let's just go through these full chords, okay, and line them up. So for C, you've got your first finger on string 2, middle finger on string 4, fret 2. Then if you can reach it, third finger on 3rd fret, string 5. What I do, if I have a hard time reaching that, I move my thumb a little bit closer to my ring finger. That helps me. Okay, I've got an X over the 6th string, which I just played by accident. You want to try to avoid it. What is going on with me? There, I did it. You want to try to avoid that if you can, because it gives it a bit of a darker, a little bit too much of a dark undertone. Okay. Now the G, this version has 3rd fret on string 1 and 3rd fret on string 2 because of how we're going to be picking the song. That's just one of the voicings you can do of a G chord. So to do that, I put fingers 3 and 4 here. And then I reach over to fret 2 of string 5. Middle finger reaches to string 6, fret 3. Okay, I'll move over this way a little bit so you can see my hands a little bit easier. So in order for me to do that stretch, what I do is I anchor these guys and then I reach over. Sometimes people do it the other way, but I find it's easier for me to go this way. And I think it's just because my baby finger is, well, it's my weakest link. So squeaky wheel gets the grease. I put that one down first and then I reach. And if you can play the C chord and your ukulele F chord, you can totally play the A minor 7 chord because it's just like your C, right? 1st fret, string 2, 2nd fret, string 4, and your 5th string open. That's it. So now we're not playing the whole chord shape for Landslide, although it's good to practice playing all of this. Now what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to move the camera over to my hands a little bit more here. There, that'll be better. The part that we're going to be playing for this one is we are going to do the whole C chord. Okay. And the only part that we need of the G chord, really, is all the inside strings. Okay. So although you can make the full G chord like this, let me show you how I play this G chord for this song. Oops. That's it. That's all I need. So by all means, lay down the full chord if you want, but the only part we're going to actually be focusing on, I'll circle the parts that we're going to focus on. So for the C, we've got them all. Okay. For the G, it's that part there. And that's where I still use the same fingers that I would use for the full-on version of that C chord. I use 1 and 3 there. There's the rest of the fingers there. And then for A minor, we're going to use the full shebang like we did. It looks like a word search. The full shebang like we did for the C chord. Okay. Now I want to show you guys the picking pattern. We've got the chords established. The only thing I should write down is that we do go back for our 4-bar phrase. We do go back and play the G chord. And we're going to cycle around that to start off this whole Landslide project. Picking, I use my thumb on string 5 and string 4. So I'm just going to move that a little bit more this way. There we go. Okay. So string 5 and string 4. I'm going to keep my thumb moving back and forth between those. So I just check them out. Make sure you can feel exactly how far they got to go. And then I play this mostly just with my thumb and my pointer finger, actually. Back and forth. So I go like this. 5, 4, and then 2 with my pointer finger. So just get the feel of that. 5, 4, 2. 5, 4, 2. Okay. So there's a little line next to there. That 5 is going to ring out as a ta or a whole beat. It's going to be fast. When you listen to the song, you'll be like, whoa, that's fast. We're not going to worry about the speed right now, though. 5, 4, 2. And then the next part, 5, 3, 4 for your strings. So I just move my pointer finger down to my 3rd string. 5, 3, 4. 5, 3, 4. Now notice the rhythmic difference. Ta, ti, 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 ta. That 4 is the one that rings out there. Or 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Okay. 5, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4. Okay, so we're going to work just on the picking for a little bit and really get the feel of that. Then we'll start chucking the chords in. I'm just going to draw the rhythm above here too. That's my quarter note. 8th notes. Because like everybody thinks about rhythm a little bit differently, right? So at least this way you've got 4 different ways to look at that rhythm. You can look at it just as the numbers with the line next to the number to indicate how long that rings out. Tas and TTs, 1, 2, and, or that way. So whichever way works for you, right? All right. We're going to play through this picking pattern a few times, whichever way works for you to help you learn that rhythm. But I'm going to sit and say the string numbers while we're playing, and I'm not going to worry about making any chords yet. I'm just going to get that picking down, and I'm going to watch my picking hand. So I hope you guys do too. Just sit and watch your picking hand while we do this, okay? I'll count us in. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 5, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4. And again, 5, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4. Now what I'm doing with my pointer finger, after I've plucked that 2, I keep my pointer finger close to my string, because after I've plucked that 2, it's actually just popped right off and it's sitting, hovering right above that 3rd string, ready to go for when I need it there. So think about that. Think about that positioning of that pointer finger. Let's do it again. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Strings 5, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4. 5, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4. And again, 5, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4. One more time. 5, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4. It's pretty fun, hey? Now, if you wanted to get all... No, I won't go there. Too much. Okay, we'll just focus on the chords now. Make your C chord. Okay, I'll move it this way again so you can see that chord shape. And we're going to just make the C chord and practice picking for a while just with the C chord. We're going to take it nice and slow with this. So I'll write down our fingers that we use for this too. There we go. Okay. So I make my C chord. Finger 1 on string 2. Finger 2 on string 4. And finger 3. Sometimes people use their baby finger on fret 3, string 5. Sometimes people have a hard time having that 3rd string ring out. So I just want to address that right now because we will be playing the 3rd string through most of this song, right? If you find, I'm going to lift off part of the chord there. If you find that your middle finger sits like this, see how it's touching that 3rd string? Okay. You may need to drop your thumb a little bit down towards the back of the neck or the bottom part of the neck there, because that will give your hand a little bit more space and a little bit more strength to sit up a little bit. If you've got little chunky fingertips like I do, you have to think about these sorts of things. Okay. So I've made my C chord, and now I'm going to play that picking pattern, and I'm going to play it 4 times. Okay, 1, 2, and here we go. 5, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4, and again. 5, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4. 2 more times. 5, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4. Last one. 5, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4. How does that feel? Was that, it might have been a little speedy. I feel like the coffee really started hitting me there. Let's do it 2 more times, but slower. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4, 5, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4. Okay, let's move to that G now. I want you to watch how my hand moves to get there. Okay, so what I do, because there's not common fingering between the C and the G, I've got to find something, right? So what I do is I pivot back that way and go like that. Everyone has something different, but that's what I do. Now I can also tell you I'm not going to lay down all my fingers for this. I'm only going to lay down what I need. Some people might call me lazy. I call myself efficient. So I've got my first finger on 2nd fret of string 5, and my 3rd finger on 3rd fret of string 2. Okay. And I'm going to use the same picking pattern. We'll do it 4 times again. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4, and again 5, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4. 2 more times. 5, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4. One last time. It's a nice little melty sound that we're going to get. I'll play those 2 chords together for you. Oh, sorry. That sounds so pretty. Okay, now go back to the C shape, but it's going to be your A minor 7 now. Okay, so like your C chord without that 5th string. All right, so let's play that pattern again with the A minor 7 chord now. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4, and again 5, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4. 2 more times. 4, 2, 5, 3, 4. One more time. 5, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4.
My name is Murphy.
Now what I want us to do, that's my phone ringing. What I want us to do now is go back to the G chord. Okay. And I'm just playing what I need to of the G chord. But like I say, if you want to lay down the whole chord, go for it. 4 times on that G now. 3, and go. And 5, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4. 5, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4. 2 more times. 4, 2, 5, 3, 4. Last time. 5, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4. Now, one of the best ways to practice this to start, because you're making sure you've got the chords going and that picking pattern, practice it like that. Do each one 4 times. Take your time. C, G, A minor 7, back to G. Because of the voicing we're using for this, if you want it to be proper, you would call this a G/B because of that note. You remember that's that 2nd fret, 5th string that we used with our B7 chord too, right? And that's a B. So we'd be calling that a G/B. So if you see a G/B written somewhere, you know you can strum or pick to your 5th string, and that's a sound. What happens is that's written like that so that you're giving yourself a bass line, like we did with that blues song where we were changing what we were picking for a bass note. Same idea. All right, let's sorry, I've got like fluffy cat hair floating all over me since I picked up Nico. All right, let's play this again. I feel like though I need to move my cell phone out of the room. I think it might start ringing again. So I'm just going to take a minute and do that. And while I'm doing that, actually, I'll just turn it off. That'll be even easier, won't it? There we go. Done. What I want us to do now is play through each one 4 times. Okay. And just try to move smoothly from one chord shape to the other. The 4th time, you might need, like I might be picking that 4th time while you're changing your chord to get ready for the next one, and that's okay. Okay. Here we go. 1 on your C, 1, and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4. Next one here, 5, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4. Two more times. 5, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4. Last one before we change. 5, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4. Now G/B. Whoa, here we go. Ready? 5, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4. 5, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4. Two more times. Last one. 5, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4 to A minor 7 now. Ready? Here we go. 5, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4. 5, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4. Two more times. Last one. 4, 2, back to G. Ready? And 5, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4. 5, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4. Two more times. Last one. And then from there, right back to your C, right? Then when you're comfortable with that picking and you feel comfortable with your fingering for the chords, cut it down to 2 times per, okay? Then back to the G. Then down to 1 time, right? Like what, 1 time per. And you guys were busy watching your own hands, so you didn't see my little sneak with the A minor 7 chord. So the first note you play is the 5th string, right? The 5th string is open for the A minor 7. Okay, so watch me go. Here I am at my G, A minor 7. Here I start playing and I'm still placing my fingers. Okay, that's something you can do while you're finger picking. Don't worry about trying to get it down right away. It's nice too, you know, but if you need to lay down those fingers as you're picking, that totally works. Okay, so, I'm sorry, totally keeps it nice and smooth, gives you a chance to think, right? Except I was reading my picking pattern again on the screen, and I was reading it backwards for some reason. More coffee needed. That's what that amounts to. So, of course, there's much more to Landslide than this. This is just the beginning, but this part here runs through. This is the intro and the verse. Just those 4 chords. Just playing. This is in the same key that Fleetwood Mac wrote it in. So if you listen to it, you'll start hearing this picking pattern. And there's more to it than this, but this is the main core of the picking pattern that that you'll hear when you're listening to it. Now this picking pattern is fabulous. I would encourage you to play it with whatever chords you want, because maybe Maybe you're sitting around somewhere with your friends and you're playing, and they're strumming, and you're like, oh, I want a finger pick behind them. If they're playing in 4/4 time, this is a great picking pattern to toss in with any chords. I really strongly encourage you to play around with this picking pattern, keep it as something that you can play with anything. Now it is almost 10, and I should probably go find out what that phone call was about that I turned off my cell phone and heard the phone ringing upstairs. All right, so to recap though from today, the E blues, keep playing it, add in all the different parts that you feel like playing, however your mood strikes, okay? So it's gonna sound different, right? We're all gonna sound different from each other, and that's fabulous. Landslide, practice making these chord shapes in this order, okay? Also keep in mind that I've circled these to indicate what fingers you actually need for this picking pattern. Practice making the chords, and then as a separate thing, don't even worry about making the chords, just practice that picking pattern. Then put the two parts together and practice each one 4 times so that you really memorize that picking pattern, right? That's what's going to happen. You're not going to worry about changing chords fast. You're going to get everything moving together slowly. When you feel ready, cut it down to 2 reps per chord and then 1 rep per chord. Okay. And yeah, that about sums it up. I looked really serious when I was talking right then. You guys, thank you so much for joining me. I had a lovely time, and I'm just going to turn off the live stream now. So for everyone that's been watching me on YouTube,